This is the last week. Last week before playoffs. I can't believe it.
Last week before playoffs, no scam calls that ruin your audio.
And it is episode 21, which makes it my intro to do.
Yes, sir. This is all being recorded so Joy can hear it. Hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy.
I have something better on the screen this time. It's Aloy.
Do I even want to know?
It's nice. It's just a screen cut from Horizon Forbidden West. It's actually super innocent and really cool looking.
I have a feeling you're lying to me, and it's like Aaron Rodgers' ass or something.
Joy will see, and she'll be like, man, SDS really doesn't know this Draz guy and doesn't know when he's lying.
Well, if it is that, I apologize a lot, Joy. We can't get away from Draz's fetish for Aaron Rodgers.
This week, with how the Jets game went, and he had like two good games back to back, and then he has one bad game, and everybody's back to calling him like garbage. It's like, okay.
Okay, but we got a thing to do.
Do we?
So if you'll shut up and let me do the intro.
Green 18! Green 19!
Fournette, the running back. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Brady to throw. Throws a deep pass downfield. Got Scotty Miller in the open. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Rodgers fires quickly, end zone is caught for the touchdown by Allen Lazard.
Just drive again back at the 21, dropping, 3-step drop, goes on the end zone, on ball, touchdown Tampa Bay. Mike Evans reaches up with one hand.
Just spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete. 3rd and 1, Rodgers play action, looks to the end zone. Rainbow Jordan Nelson. He's got it.
To the 11-yard line, there's the snap. Mahomes running to his right. Look out, he may run. Mahomes directly, no, toward the end down. Battle intercepted, picked off in the end zone. Bucks are going to beat the Chiefs.
But enough about our
Anyway.
enough about our bullshit with our past lives as
Enough about us
terrible
being
football players.
losers.
What is up, guys? I'm back, and welcome to episode 21 of the Battle for the Bay podcast. With me, as always, Draz.
Howdy.
Okay, so where has this season gone? This is the final week of the regular season.
Yeah, and what are our Pick-Ems records? Because your boys climbed back into it from the
you've done more than
depths.
climb. You've done more than climb back into it. We are literally tied. This last week, we have the same record. I'm 164.92. You're 164.92.
We're doing Pick-Ems. Does the Pick-Ems league that we're in also go all the way
we're
to
doing
the playoffs?
I do the playoffs, but personally, between me and you, it's going to end here. So we got 2 Saturday games. The first one up, we got the Browns going to Baltimore.
Well,
Baltimore is still trying to get the AFC North. They somehow still haven't locked it up.
yeah, their seeding is drastically affected, so they will start their starters. So I'm picking the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm on opinion. Yeah, I'm also going to be picking the Ravens, but I think it'll be hilarious that the Browns somehow win this, but it doesn't matter.
Well, they're not starting Jameis Winston, so they won't. They're whoever Robinson, whatever his name is.
Dwayne Thompson-Robinson, he sucked last week.
He has been the worst quarterback in the league. And that's saying something. But yeah, there ain't no way I'm choosing against Derrick Henry and the Ravens if they're starting their starters.
Oh.
Which leads us to Bengals Steelers.
Okay, Pittsburgh usually puts away their divisional games. The fact they didn't do it the last couple of weeks with the Ravens is kind of shocking. But Cincinnati's also playing for their own playoff lives here. Pittsburgh at least has theirs locked up.
Yeah.
But the last time these two played, Cincinnati gave up 500 yards of offense to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, though their offense was functioning a lot better back then. The wheels have kind of fallen off the Steelers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree, but this is still Cincinnati in that defense. Like that defense of Cincinnati, it's
because wasn't Pickens injured?
George Pickens? I don't remember.
All right. Cole Home Cold. James Daniels. Nothing that I don't think I knew
So
about
George
already.
Pickens in?
Yeah, he's in. He's not even on the injury report. So
I'm actually going to go Steelers here because as much as the Bengals are going to be playing for their playoff lives, their defense is just that bad.
their defense is bad, but their offense is that good. And like I said, I think the Steelers recently have been borderline. Like if they had started the slip earlier, they would have missed the playoffs. So I think that the Bengals will get it done. Also, where is it? All right, so it's at the Steelers.
Yeah, it's at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'll go with the Bengals.
All right, then. We got our first split.
All right, Falcons, Panthers.
Panthers. I need you to listen to me for once. Not you, Draz, the Panthers. Panthers, I need my last game of the season to be stress-free. I need this. The NFC South needs this. We cannot have the Atlanta Falcons backdoor into the playoffs. We can't. I need you to go out there and beat the crap out of the Falcons. I need this. If you do that, Bryce Young can have a great year next year as long as he's not playing against the Bucs. I'll stand by that. Are we agreed? Good. Beat Atlanta.
The question is, will they care to beat Atlanta because of draft pick?
I mean, they're already out of position for even in the top 5.
Yeah.
Saying the rest of the NFL is going to be in our rest starters mode. So
The problem is I don't know. I don't know about this one.
well, go with your gut. What does your big gut tell you?
I chose the Panthers this last week.
And it didn't work out, but that was more of the fact that you just wanted that you just wanted to do that. You just wanted to do that. You didn't have a reason to. You just wanted to.
Their defense is terrible, though. Their offense played fine. Their defense is terrible.
Yeah, their defense is terrible, but you got to remember, the Falcons have no pass rush.
They've actually been doing better these last couple weeks.
Well, I know, but I also argue that Dave Canales is at least somewhat of a better coach than Raheem Morris. Records aside.
Raheem Morris's game management skills were terrible.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's again, I'm going to stand by it. The Falcons made a huge mistake going for him over Bill Belichick. Actually, now that I say it out loud, I'm glad they did because that means that Bill Belichick would have a stranglehold on the NFC South by now.
I'm gonna roll with the Falcons because I think the Falcons
right.
are they have more talent on their roster, even defensively. And they
Bryce
have a
Young,
lot more to play for, but I don't
if
think the
Bryce Young,
Falcons will be getting to the playoffs. So
if Bryce Young outplays Michael Penix, I'm going to laugh.
I mean, he should outplay Michael Penix because he's got more time in the league by far as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam Thielen has actually played pretty good this year.
He actually helped Joy and John win on fantasy. So those 2 touchdowns helped them a lot.
Every single one of my playoff teams in fantasy decided to biff it in the first round or biff it in the championship. So,
but I'm going Panthers. You're going Falcons.
Texans,
Okay.
Titans.
Okay, I hate both of these teams. The Tennessee Titans because they suck ass when I thought they would be, decent. Houston because they still have C.J. Stroud on the roster. And also Azeez Al-Shahir is back and D'Amico Ryans is a piece of shit.
I still gotta choose the Texans though, just because the Titans are so awful.
I know, like, if the Houston Texans lose, it'll be hilarious, but also, the only reason why I say that D'Amico Ryans is a piece of shit is because he's trying to place the blame on what happened on Lawrence whenever he just slid. Like, slid is the universal sign of, I'm giving myself up, you can't smack me. And they did it anyways.
Yeah, it was over the limit, in my opinion.
At that, like, if you try to deviate, that's different. But if you're going full force without trying to even move, that's your own fault. You can't blame the quarterback for trying to protect himself if you're going full force.
Yeah, if he had tried to pull off and still hit him, I would have actually been defending him.
Yeah, he didn't try to pull off, though. That's the problem.
He finished the hit. He went all the way through with it. And it's like, okay. All right. But yeah, I got to go with the Texans. And we don't even have to talk about the next one.
What we got? Oh, New York at
If the Eagles played all their bench players, they would still beat the Giants.
Hey, look on the bright side. Tanner McKee caught his first touchdown, or threw his first touchdown, before A.J. Brown threw it to the stands.
And then negotiated with the fan to get the ball back because he realized he fucked up.
Because he got that in exchange for A.J. Brown's Kelly Green jersey. Which is a good trade, to be fair.
Definitely a valid trade.
That's actually overcompensating, to be completely fair.
I know this might be controversial for you, but I'm gonna say a not so hot take that the Falcons are no longer the biggest chokers in the NFL, especially when it comes to getting to the playoffs. That goes to the Colts.
Oh, God, the Colts. The Colts. Oh.
Like, I'm not even saying that the Falcons aren't chokers, right? I'm saying specifically when you get to the playoffs, like when it comes to getting to the playoffs in the first place.
I'll say they choked last week, actually, the Falcons.
Okay, that wasn't the Falcons roster. That was squarely on the coach.
Still, they choked. Super Bowl 50, whatever that one is. Super Bowl 51 was on the coach too. It was still registered as a choke.
Yeah, part of that was on the defense though, and on the offense they didn't do anything. That was 28-3 comeback.
They were calling shotgun pass plays on third down with the lead.
Yeah, but they won being aggressive with passing to Julio Jones the whole year, so I can at least get on that. But not calling a timeout when you have 2 timeouts with 30 seconds left after completing a 20-yard pass.
I still don't think
pass down the field.
Ryan deserved MVP that year, though.
It's more about story and playing good. Like, I think Josh Allen will get it this year, even though, I mean,
Well, I
Lamar
mean, last
Jackson's
year
having one of
Ravens
the
fans.
best seasons ever.
I'll say last year Ravens fans were going, "Oh, it doesn't matter about stats," even though Josh Allen was better, and now the exact reverse is being pulled on them, and now they're complaining.
Okay,
I mean,
I will
Josh
die
Allen
on the
hasn't won
hill.
it, and nobody really likes back-to-back MVPs. Anyways,
I
you're
do.
saying you're
Smoke cigar.
Aaron Rodgers did not deserve it that year, and you know it.
He should have another. I would have gladly traded that year's MVP for the run the table MVP. But he wasn't even in the top 5 for MVP discussions that year, even though he had just what was it, 7 or 10 games of straight bowling where he was by far the best quarterback in the league, and it wasn't close.
He still missed 1.5 games.
Like I said, I'd gladly trade that back-to-back MVP for the run the table year to be an MVP, because he deserved it more that year than any other year.
We're getting off topic. I'm taking the Eagles here. So are you.
Yeah. Oh, good God.
Okay, speaking of Indianapolis, we got Jacksonville going to Indy. Indy's imploding. I'm just going to take Jacksonville and go with it.
I defer. I don't want to pick this. I don't want to pick this. Fuck it. I'm going with the Colts. I don't like the Jaguars.
Come on,
Fuck
man.
Them. Okay. You're forgetting one thing.
What am I forgetting? That the Colts absolutely suck in end-of-season scenarios? This wouldn't be the first
Jaguars
time.
The Jaguars haven't scored more than 30 points with Mac Jones, and the only time they scored more than 20 was against the Jets, who then beat them. They lost to the Jets, barely beat the Titans 10-6, lost to the Raiders 14-19, and then barely beat the Tennessee Titans last week. The Colts this week, despite being terrible and imploding, at least dropped 33 on the Giants.
Yes, but do you really expect them to hold Jacksonville? I don't. That offense can wake up if it wants to. Again, if it wants to, they'll probably. Now that I'm saying this, they'll probably tank. They'll probably
Jonathan
just tank
Taylor
that last
was
game.
going to eat them for fucking.
But with how bad the Colts have been this last week, I can't take them. I can't do it.
I think the Colts are going to play their starters just for pride, and so is Jacksonville. But Jacksonville with Mac Jones is brutal.
Yeah, didn't you say at the beginning of the season that him going to Jacksonville was actually a good thing?
It should have been.
Oh no, I agree. It should have been, but for some reason it just hasn't.
On paper, it was a great fucking move.
Trade.
Yeah, it was like, okay, well, and the exact nightmare scenario happened. Their fucking quarterback goes down with a season-ending injury, and Mac Jones gets a chance to start, and he decides to biff it, just like the entire Jaguars roster has biffed it all year. But yeah, I'm picking the Colts just because the Jaguars are the team I'm most disappointed in this season, I think.
And I'm taking the Colts I'm taking the Jags because the Colts like to implode at the end of the season anyways. Which leads us to
Commanders Cowboys.
Washington going to Dallas. Okay, so we had two things to go for the Bucs playoff position wise. Either A, we went out and Atlanta drops one, or Atlanta wins out and Washington loses out. Neither of those happened. However, There's nothing funnier than watching Dallas get absolutely smoked. Seeding's set
Yeah.
for the wild cards, but I don't think Washington would care.
I think Green Bay's determined they're either going to get the 6th seed or the 7th seed, no matter what.
They're getting the 7th seed because it's going to be them. It's going to be whoever's second place in the North, then the East, and then the last spot, which I think the Packers will take again.
Agreed. Well,
I'll say the
they
last time.
clinched already.
I mean,
so.
the last time the Packers took the 7th seed, they smacked whoever won the NFC East, which that year was Dallas.
Yep. And the time before that, they won the Super Bowl.
Well, not quite, but you made it to San Fran, but not the Super Bowl.
No, I'm saying the last time we were the 7th seed.
Gotcha.
Before the one we lost to San Fran.
Okay. But I'm taking Washington here.
Yeah, I have a no-pick Cowboys clause, so I'm picking the Commanders. But I can't say that I'm super confident in the Commanders after their... I don't know. They're flawed but fun. Flawed but fun.
I know that defense concerns me, but I can't exactly say, I can't exactly root against them because of it.
There are a lot of teams this year that it's just like the defense concerns me, but they're fun to watch. AKA the
Detroit.
Lions. All right. Bears, Packers.
Packers. I don't even have to think about this.
Yeah, Packers are... If we're guaranteed the 7th seed, I don't know if we're going to start everybody, but if I'm totally honest, Malik Willis is 3 and... Isn't he like 3-0 or 2-0?
Yeah, Malik Willis is undefeated.
I'm going to run with the Packers no matter what.
So we're both going Packers?
Yeah.
All right. And that leads us to... Oh, God. This.
Saints, Bucks. Well,
Saints
I'm picking the
Bucks.
Buccaneers.
Okay.
I'm going out and doing it.
Like, if Atlanta wins, we have to win this one.
If you can't beat the Saints, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
If the Raiders can beat the Saints, so can we. Okay? Like,
The Packers dropped 34 on them and won 34-0, bro. If y'all lose,
I think
you don't
the
even
only
deserve to
team
be
to
at spitting distance of Green Bay.
I think the Raiders. I think the Saints are actually the only team to get shut out this year.
They are.
That's hilarious and sad at the same time.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Now we need to do the same. I'm taking Tampa. We gotta win this. If Atlanta does, if they win this, if Atlanta wins and we don't, we're out of the playoffs.
That would be a big playoff fucking... That would be that would be bad.
Uh,
All right, Bills,
next
Patriots.
game.
I'm taking the Bills.
yeah, both Bills. This is obvious too.
Chargers, Raiders. What do the Chargers seeding looks like? Are they locked in? Are they just gonna like bench
I
their
believe
start-
right now they are. I think right now they are the 6th seed. Cause it's I think because it's Chiefs, Bills, West, East, Ravens, and Houston. And then it's going to be either the Steelers or Baltimore, or the Chargers, and the Colts or Bengals, or the Broncos and Bengals. It's going to be one of those two. And the Broncos can be eliminated if they don't beat the Chiefs, but Chargers I don't think have any seeding to play for. Or if they do, it's probably a long shot. So I think they're solidly stuck at the sixth seed.
Harbaugh basically just said he's going to do what's best for the team, but 11 wins are better than 10. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
That's not playoff scenarios though. That's benching or playing.
Yeah, if they bench their starters and just like say fuck it, you know.
If they bench their starters and say fuck it, I'm still going to take Los Angeles here.
I guess.
Like whether or not they do, I think they beat the Raiders no matter what.
I think Aiden O'Connell has proven that he deserves to be in the league, just not as a starter. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, don't start him, but he's a good backup.
He's a very, very, very good backup.
Same with Gardner Minshew. Do not start him, but get what he needs. Or not get what he needs, but get him if you need a backup.
Yeah.
Although I still think there's a universe out there where Gardner Minshew can work.
I mean, he just has to play for the Vikings, am I right?
I have a feeling, you know what? No, he's good. Wait, he's already been with the Colts. Never mind. About to say he could go to the Colts rental QB factory.
So many people were surprised with Sam Darnold, and it's like I guess I'm surprised that he did so well, but the Vikings have made it to the playoffs with what are the other quarterbacks? Case Keenum and what was the other guy in the same year that got injured?
The only year they've made the playoffs and won a playoff game was 2017 with the Minneapolis Miracle. That was with Case Keenum. And then 2019 with Kirk Cringe against the both times against the Saints.
Well, the year Case Keenum was in, they had another guy that got injured midway through the season.
I think you're talking about Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater got hurt that year, but there's somebody else that came in. Sam Bradford? That sound right?
That sounds about right, but I don't think he played at all.
No, he Vikings.
But damn, Sam Bradford, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, he played on the Vikings. 2016 to 2017, I was right.
When did they get Case Keenum on that team? I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure because he was having a good season. He was having a good season, and then he got injured, and Keenan replaced him or some I don't know.
Well, either way, that's how it worked out, and it also gave the stigma that Kirk Cousins couldn't win shit, but Case Keenum could. And they immediately signed Kirk Cringe right after.
Okay, so in 2016 he played 15 games for the Vikings. Had a 71% completion percentage, 3,800 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, with a rating of 99.
Keenum or Bradford?
Bradford. So yeah, he actually. So they got a good year out of Sam Bradford, a draft bust. They got a good year out of Case Keenum, and now they're getting a great year out of Sam Darnold. Which I think Sam Darnold is more talented than them, which is why he's playing better than they did. You know. But
yeah.
They just know how to get more out of less at quarterback.
We gotten way off topic again somehow.
It was relevant. We're talking about backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, but
we're
both taking the charge here. We're both taking the charges here, but
yep.
Anyways,
all right.
Next game, we got San Fran at Arizona.
I'm gonna go with San Fran simply because Arizona's for whatever reason, fading. McQueen is fading meme.
Shut up.
McQueen
But I will
McQueen is
have to
fading.
say, not Sam Darnold. God damn it. Brock Purdy did get hurt, so he's probably going to be
Ooh.
shut down for the year. So I'm actually going to take Arizona because Josh Dobbs ain't it. You still thinking San Fran?
Something. I didn't know he got hurt in that game.
Yeah, he had a stinger in his arm.
He's throwing arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way he's playing. They're 6-10.
But I'm taking Arizona.
Let me just make sure he's out.
Oh, he's definitely going to be out.
They probably won't even take a unlikely to play. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm choosing the Cardinals. That changes things. I was thinking that they were just going for we're not going to finish last in, in this division.
This is literally for last place in the division. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is like it's just a grudge match. Both teams are gonna play their starters. This one's for pride. Okay, I guess the Cardinals finished the season 8-9.
That's already an improvement from where they were last year. It's just that Kyler Murray's that Kyler Murray's a cock tease when it comes to his playing. Well, one of these days, we say he'll be playing up to potential.
I know. I really wish they had traded him when they did, like when they had the chance to, because they could have gotten
when he was
a
playing
first or two out of him.
Easily 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, and it's like you weren't going to go anywhere with that. Now you have him for like 6 or 7 years, $50 million a year, and it's like, okay, well, if he has a top 10 quarterback season ever, he'll not ever, but if he has in a 7-year window, he has a top 10 quarterback season, he'll technically be paid.
At the very least, it's not a Deshaun Watson deal.
No, it's not a Deshaun Watson deal. It's not a fucking Dak Prescott deal. I think he's more talented in one arm than Dak Prescott is in his whole body. Decision-making skills, relatively equal. Relatively equal, though.
The only difference is that Dak plays for the Cowboys and Jerry Jones has a freaking God complex.
Have you seen that guy making diss tracks on Jerry Jones? He's a Cowboys fan every week.
No, and I don't care to.
He's like, Jerry! he's changing the lyrics to Kendrick Lamar. Jerry!
Yeah, I had a feeling that was
a
mustard joke.
Yep. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Chiefs Broncos. Oy.
But
there ain't no way they play their starters, right?
They're not going to, but I don't care. I do not want to see Denver and that hack Sean Payton in the playoffs. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
I'll say it is Carson Wentz that'll be playing.
It's like, do I trust the Broncos to clutch up? Because they had this game won earlier and lost via field goal. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna roll with Denver.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna run with Denver. I think especially if the Chiefs bench their starters, the Broncos can get it done. Broncos, if they lose, they get eliminated, essentially, so.
I know, and it should happen.
They've had some really tough losses these last couple weeks. And I think historically the Chiefs have not cared about winning their final games. So
That's because every single time they've had the
the 1 seed locked up, yeah, which they have it
yeah.
again.
Yahoo.
And every single time they've had the 1 seed locked up, they bench their starters.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Seahawks Rams.
Okay, I'm taking the Rams. I don't care that they locked up. I don't care that they locked up their seating. They're going to want to be, ready for the playoffs, and they're already shaky as it is, so they need something to practice on.
The Seahawks could still.
They can't make the playoffs. They're out.
Oh, they got officially eliminated?
They were officially eliminated after Washington won last week.
Oof.
So they got nothing to play for except a better record.
I'm choosing the Rams just because they almost lost to the Bears 6-3. They won 6-3. And that was pathetic.
Yeah, John was going on about all the chances the Seahawks could get. And I'm just like, you said so yourself, man. You don't deserve to be in the playoffs after that performance.
You almost lost to the Bears 9-3 or whatever. You almost went to overtime.
It would have been 10-3 at the.
You were in a punt fest. Okay, so the easiest team to understand this year is the Seahawks. They're the most understandable team in the entire division. This comes from a guy that is like almost picked multiple teams perfectly, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Seahawks play down to everybody. Literally everybody. They basically barely beat, and every win that they have is just them playing down. Almost lose to the Jets. The only team they can beat handily are the Cardinals. Ironically.
This was also the same team that lost to the Giants earlier this year.
Yeah. They barely lose to the Rams. They barely lose to the Vikings. They barely beat the Bears. They barely beat the Jets. They barely beat the 49ers. Get blown out by the Bills. They actually blew out the Falcons in the Battle of the Birds. Barely lose to the 49ers. Lose to the Giants. Blown out by the fucking Lions. Their fucking wins versus losses this year. They've got like 3 quality wins of their 9. I don't know. They just they need to rebuild. They just need to blow it up. Just blow it up. Gino is not going to win you a Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I like him. DK Metcalf is not going to lead you to a Super Bowl.
Metcalf.
Metcalf.
He's more appropriate for a boxing match.
Well, like on a team as a number 2 or number 3 option, he'd be awesome. And he kind of is the number 2.
He's better suited for a boxing match than a wide receiver 1 role.
Yeah, I guess. He did. I don't know. Just the whole roster is just meh. If I had to describe the Seahawks in one word, just meh.
Mid.
They don't even get the word mid. They just get meh. It's like you're spitting up phlegm in the back of your mouth. Just meh.
Was it at Denver Airport?
What?
Sorry, it was a Ralphie May skit I was thinking of at that point.
All right, anyways. Dolphins, Jets. I'm picking the Dolphins. They're playing for their playoff lives.
Don't even have to think about this here. But I think even if the Bengals win and the Broncos lose, I think they're still out of the playoffs either way.
Yeah, because the Bengals have to lose and the Broncos have to lose, I think, for them to sneak in. but they'll know by they'll know by the time their team plays. So more than likely, anyway.
And yeah. And last, we got the battle for the number 1 seed of the NFC. We got the Vikings at the Lions. Who would have thought that this would have been for the division this late in the year?
Fucking 2-14-2 teams.
God,
It should be 13-3. I'm just throwing that out there. Fucking bogus offsides call on a fucking
here we go.
missed field goal. And here we go. Did you see it? Did you see the call that was offsides, dude? Mr. The refs sold the game when we lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, y'all had no business.
They gave 3 points to the fucking Vikings at the half and put us down by 10 instead of 7.
Hey, we had a
and
fumble.
We lost by, guess what? 3. We'd at least have a chance at overtime. And no, I'm not saying that everything was the fucking ref's fault why we lost. I'm just saying, if you give a team free points and free first downs, it becomes a lot harder to win.
Well, I'm still going to take the Lions. They might be banged up as all hell on the defense, but they're playing for something more than what Minnesota is. Minnesota's been a very good surprise. But Detroit's playing for pretty much everything that's been thrown at them.
Oh.
Every single insult, every single critique, they're taking it and shoving it up people's ass. I think they get the sweep of the Vikings and lock up number 1 seed, and the Vikings get the 5th seed and then play Tampa.
This one's really hard for me because I think the Vikings right now are the more complete roster because their defense and their defensive coordinator is playing out of his he's coaching out of his mind. But the Lions just have they've got like magic. They got like stardust, you know? Mm-hmm. They were down against the 49ers, and I like looked back like 20 minutes later and they were up 40-20 or something like that. It was just I was like, oh well, whatever happened, they just turned it on.
Yeah, no, Detroit has magic. I like magic.
I gotta go with the Lions. If the Lions, okay, I will say this: if the Lions lose this game, they're gonna lose in the playoffs. They're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
I know.
If they win this game, they go in because it would be such a kick in the nuts. Like it would be such a kick in the nuts to lose this game. If the Lions, the Vikings, you weren't supposed to be
after
here.
The season they've had.
Yeah, the Lions weren't. The Lions were supposed to be here. The Vikings
just drunkenly stumbled.
They managed to find a quarterback that's really good. They hired the right defensive coordinator, and they just managed to find that greatness. Like they weren't supposed to be here. Everybody was hoping for 10 wins, and
they got
like a
14,
ceiling, and they got 14. If they got 15, it would be insane.
We both saw the Vikings going like maybe 4 wins.
Yeah. But I also was thinking about J.J. McCarthy being the starter, so I mean, I wouldn't have thought Sam Darnold would have done much better, but
yeah, no, we did our stuff after Sam Darnold got hurt. Or J.J. McCarthy got hurt. So ours was reflective of Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean,
at least that's what I remember.
I can't remember. I have no clue.
Well, either way.
Yeah, we got to go with the Lions. I got to go with the Lions because they're my Super Bowl pick. Though, like I said, if they lose, this game, they won't be my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah. Oh.
He's playing every game in Motor City versus immediately getting dropped to the 5 seed. In playing almost every game on the road.
NFL. The thing is that it's the NFL. Outside of this year, the NFL has hated the Lions. Like ref-wise. Outside of this year. I think they see the opportunity to get Detroit back to where they think it belongs and refs them. If that happens. Oh.
What the fuck are you doing, dude? You trying to crank a lawnmower?
No, my nose is killing me. But that's good because we're actually at the end of the podcast.
Okie dokie.
That is the last week of the NFL season. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 21 of Battle for the Bay. If you liked it, leave a like down below, comment down below. Subscribe if you want to. Click the bell, get notification when I upload. Next episode will be, we hope, next week, where we cover the playoffs and our disappointments. But that is all we got for this episode. We will see you guys next week. See you then.